new e-bike from Vanpowres.bike-Manidae. First of all, before we start this video, thank you so much to Vanpowres for sending us this e-bike to test out and review. We are so very thankful. And in today's video, you're going to see us unbox this thing, put it together, and take it for a ride. We are at Kelowna Ridge, which is an awesome RV park, and they have new trails right across the street.
Yes, so we are hoping, if the weather holds out, we are hoping we can take this bad boy on those new trails.
Test the trails
make
out.
sure the trails are okay.
So we get to test the bike and test the trail.
So I get to do the honors of cutting the ribbon, so to speak.
Yep. Go to Vanpowres.bike and check out the Manidae. So
we'll have a link.
Yeah. Hope you enjoy this one.
Link for you down below.
We have no idea. I've watched a couple of videos on it, but
yep,
really have no idea what to expect.
So let's see what this has to offer.
Yep. Shall you do the honors? Oh. Let's go. Wondering why packaging weighs 20 pounds.
16, technically.
Whoa.
Bring them over.
Holy crap, those tires are big. All right.
It's as wide as my hand is.
Yeah. That is awesome.
It's a huge tire.
Okay.
I was like, I don't want to break the bike. I want to break it. Short people problems. 1, unpackaging.
Yeah, and sharp scissors. All right, let's talk about assembly. Once you have it out of the box, first thing you're going to need to do is cut all the ties and make sure you take all the foam off of it. Our first look at the body color.
What color is it?
I just want to point out how big this tire is. Look at that, for reference. Installing the seat was actually pretty easy. It's already assembled, so you just stick it down in the hole and you tighten it. We found it easier to install the front tire first before doing the handlebars. That way it stands up by itself. Then you can mount the handlebars with the tools that's been provided. Obviously you have to add your bell, of course. It's shown right here, it says throttle. There's nowhere in the instructions that actually say where or how to install the throttle. To install the throttle, remove the left grip, slide it on the handlebar, feed the wire through the tie, and then unzip that front wire cover. You're going to see the connector inside of there. Connect the wire, tighten the throttle, and then put the grip back on. That's how you install the throttle. It says minimum 5, max 30, so I'm going to put it 25. After you're done, you're pretty much done with the assembly. All you need to do is air up the tires. They say a max of 30 psi. If you want to use road use, put a little bit more, up to 30 psi. If you want to use it on the trail, I would go a little bit less so that they're softer and gives you more grip going down the trail. And that's really it. You're ready for your first ride. It sounds mountain bike-ish. Gosh. It's kind of tall. Oh, it's definitely more of a mountain bike.
What do you think?
It's good. I need to tighten the brakes. The brakes need a little adjusting. A pretty sweet bike. It's been a long time since I've been on a mountain bike.
Fits you.
Huh?
Fits you.
Yeah?
You need a helmet.
Oh, I do need my helmet. Let me go get my helmet.
Safe to say you like it?
I think I could get used to it.
I think you missed the mountain bike.
I think I missed my mountain bike. All right. I wish it had hydraulic disc brakes. That's Cable driven is great. It's fine for this, but like on a hill, hydraulic disc brakes would be nice. Other than that, I think that's my only complaint so far. It's
not
a sweet
needed.
bike.
That's a want.
That's a very nice to have.
Yeah.
Very, very nice to have.
It's not needed.
It's not required, but it's a very nice thing. So Vanpower sent me the Manidae mountain e-bike to try out. Okay, this thing, I just took it on the trail. This thing has enough power to get me up the hills, especially on the road, but even in loose leaves and sticks and everything else, and I still got up the road pretty easily. Yeah, this e-bike is the real deal. It's definitely taller, it's bigger, you have to be a little taller to ride this one. Not quite as a comfortable position as like the little fold-up e-bikes, but this is more my style. I definitely like it. So big shout out to Vanpowers for sending me this e-bike. I absolutely love it. Thank you guys. But we have a good feel for how it rides now, so let's go back and talk about some of the specs. And you'll know why this thing is a little bit easier to ride on those hills and those trails. Okay, so the specs of this bike. This bike weighs in at just less than 70 pounds. It has a 750 watt motor, making this thing capable of 28 miles per hour. So there's 5 modes of pedal assist. You got one that's just like a little touch of motor to the pedaling, all the way up to 5, which is vroom vroom mode. You've got 95 millimeters of front travel on the front fork, and it can be locked out. So if you're on the road, you can make it a little stiffer. If you want to go on a trail, you can make it softer. This bike does have a Shimano 8-speed shifter, and so you have plenty of range on the pedals to get you up those hills. You have a big bright LCD screen, so you can see it even in the daylight. At nighttime when you turn the lights on, this does glow as well. You've got 26-inch by 4-inch fat tires on this bike. It will roll over anything. One of the really cool features of this bike is you have a large LG removable battery, providing you a range of up to 70 miles. I think I've charged it one time since I've had it. Now let's talk about some of the cons to this bike. One thing I mentioned earlier in the video was hydraulic disc brakes. I would love to see this with hydraulic disc brakes, and could potentially be an upgrade in the future. I've had those brakes in the past, and it just provides you a lot of stopping power as you're going down. I don't want to take anything away from this bike though, because the brakes are more than adequate for this bike. It'd be a nice upgrade if it had the hydraulic disc brakes. The other thing I will say is the acceleration on takeoff isn't as fast as other e-bikes that I've experienced with other e-bikes. However, the acceleration once you're going is faster. So its strength is not taking off from a stop. Its strength is getting you up those hills when you're already moving. And it has more than enough power, that 750 watt motor, to do that. The last thing I'll say is that if you're an experienced mountain biker and you're used to like a full suspension setup, you know, this one doesn't have the suspension in the back. You could probably add a suspension post to the seat, and that might help out some, but it is a hardtail. And so when you're going down those trails, you're definitely gonna feel it a little bit. So that would just be another thing, not really a con, but just something to think about before you purchase this bike. All right, well, that does it for today's video. I hope you've enjoyed the review and just kind of a look at the Vanpowres.bike-Manidae mountain e-bike, because I love it. I really do. Thank you again so much, Vanpowres, for sending us this bike. We really appreciate it working with you. Look forward to working with you in the future. But that does it for today's video. If you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you really like it, make sure you subscribe. Until the next strange adventure, keep making your own. Hey everyone, thank you so much for watching today's video, and a special thank you to our Patreons listed right over here.
Yes, without you guys, we could not do this. If you have not considered joining yet, please do. Links down below.
And our next video is recommended right below this one, so go check that out.